Hi, I'm Jonny Rose, founder of Croydon Tech City, and this evening I'm here with Ehi talking about uni social space. So Ehi, how did you get the initial idea for uni social space?
To be honest, first of all, it was more of providing a solution to a problem. During university, I noticed that there wasn't really a service that enabled students to find out where they could eat, where they could get fit, where they could party, and other services that are related to students. So I thought, you know what, why not actually provide a service that I was actually restricted and not able to view or use as an initial student. So that's where the idea came from. So it was providing a solution to a problem.
But uni social space isn't your first idea. You told us about two previous ideas. Would you mind briefly just talking about them?
Yes, it was Techni-Solar, which was providing portable solar-powered chargers, which charged MP3s, MP4s, cameras, PDAs, and mobile phones. So it was a solar-powered charger. That was during college. And then also had this other project called Media to See, which was doing social networking for musicians. I noticed that no one actually provided a service for musicians, which was providing the social networking aspect of it, so emphasizing the importance of social networking. And then I had another project called Your Student Property, which I noticed that a lot of students, when you actually view a property online, it isn't actually what it actually seems to be when you actually view it in real life. So I thought maybe provide a service where students are able to see videos rather than pictures, so it saves you travel money, saves you time, saves you any other expenses from actually viewing a property that isn't what it actually portrays it to be online. So unfortunately that didn't go well because landlords didn't want me to expose their properties and how it looked. So unfortunately that was a problem, but to be honest, these three businesses, I haven't actually just completely forgotten about them, but I'm still considering whether to bring maybe one or two back, but I'm just focusing on uni social space first because that's what I'm more passionate about.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, everything's through, you learn from these things, it's all an experience. So I see as you can have about 10, 15 failed projects, but you've learned something from each one of them. And I'm not a techie person, but I've managed to learn how to use Photoshop,
Sure.
Corel, even you could laugh HTML. I know that's like the most standard.
That's amazing.
Standard,
I'm learning just now. That's cool.
I read a book about it. So yeah, so to be honest, I'm actually growing as an individual. So I do appreciate the failed projects and the projects that hopefully would progress in the future.
So my next question was going to be, how are you getting uni social space into universities? You talked about driving up from Birmingham to Leicester, all around. Who are you talking to there? And what are you saying to them to convince them?
Yes, so what I'm doing is I'm speaking to student unions because that's the easiest way for me to actually interact through students, and also just to create some just credibility, because you can't just approach students and be like, yeah, do you know what this, so I'm just actually going through student unions. So what I would actually do is email them. I'd email the student union and then arrange a meeting with them and then tell them about the idea and tell them what the benefits of it to them, because I'm aware that the student union, what their main objective is the welfare of the students and whether the students are actually receiving value for money when it comes to services. So that's just an additional service which will improve every student's university experience. I should have spoke like this during the presentation.
That's amazing. Yeah, you should. I know your presentation was good, man. That's good.
So yeah, so it's just through that and also through word of mouth and speaking to people who may be interested. So I'm still looking for any students who do want to join uni social space, become an advisor, which is you'll be representing a university, so preferably students, and then it's basically like your own little business, but for each university. So I'll be providing funding and stuff, but it would be nice to receive some support and some help from any students that are interested. So
of course. And I guess my final question is what did you make of Croydon Tech City this evening?
It was very, very interesting. I was having a conversation with someone just about before you called me, and we were talking about giving back, and we were saying that it's very important that I've been given an opportunity to actually speak about uni social space and actually network with people. So it would be wrong of me not to give back to the community. Hence why in about 3-4 months I do want to start an initiative called Love for Business, which is encouraging young people to become entrepreneurs. So this Tech City thing has encouraged me to pursue that, and knowledge is key, and this service is there's not really a lot well, this is my first actually opportunity actually being to a networking event that's actually continuous rather than just once, because usually these networking events tend to be only once. But this seems to be regular, hence why I came about 2-3 weeks ago to the to the drinks and stuff. So I would encourage anyone from Croydon, even if you live in Bromley locally, I would encourage them to
come to Croydon
Tech City because it does help. And yeah, it's a nice environment. You meet very mature people, you meet old, young, all sorts. So it's going places. So
thank you, sir. Great final words. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Ahi.
Thanks for having me.